The Friday night lights will be on in Lawrence, and a pleasant 72-degree evening has created the perfect setting for the Kansas Jayhawks to begin a season filled with opportunity. Tonight, Kansas welcomes FCS Midwest, better known as Long Island, to David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium after a disappointing 5-7 campaign last year that fell short of expectations. One of the biggest storylines this season is replacing longtime quarterback Jalen Daniels, but the Jayhawks still boast an explosive pair of offensive weapons in senior wide receiver Nick McMillan and junior running back Dylan Edwards, both capable of changing a game with a single touch. Long Island / FCS Midwest somehow arrives looking to embrace the underdog role against a hungry Big 12 program eager to turn the page. A fresh season, renewed optimism, and 60 minutes to start writing a new story. Long Island / FCS Midwest and Kansas are ready to kick it off, coming up next.
This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Thunderbirds and the Kansas Jayhawks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Ollie Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Thunderbirds head coach. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And it's the Thunderbirds will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Jayhawks offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about
turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wideout. First carry of the season. Could be an alley. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it on 1st down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Willis. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. To the air, it's Jenkins. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year, the juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Thunderbirds offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Thunderbirds headed quickly to the line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your 2nd drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And it's the Thunderbirds pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. On the move, it's Willis. Shakes off the defender. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. There he goes. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Kansas. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. send the tight end in motion. The option, the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And it's the Thunderbirds in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll try to do it himself. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Thunderbirds will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Under fire. Finds his man. Smashes through the tackle. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. Finding an escape route. Plows through the defense. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
And diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They haven't exactly... And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo, deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And it's the Thunderbirds trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Jackson gonna throw it. Rushes on him. On the move and looking. Keeps it himself and gets to first. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. Looking for a crease, it's Willis. Makes it past the marker. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. From the red zone, it's Willis. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Willis. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down play from the gun. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They give it to him again. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to the ground game on the left. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Thunderbirds are marching down the field. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Off the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes a grab deep. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Jackson going to throw it. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the run, it's Willis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Running inside, it's Willis. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. They boot it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Here's the pressure. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Slings it downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll run it on the counter. Can't get him to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Chase to the right. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Hard running there. Snags it and he's open. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on 2nd down? He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Cox. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Willis. Spins away from the defense. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. He wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few. And he's wrestled to the ground. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unleashes one. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a 2nd left. Now to see if they can score before the half. Headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Colorado taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Buffaloes able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Lawrence. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
The Jayhawks will line up to kick off and start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They'll start this third quarter with a run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Jackson will throw. Fires quickly. Powers through the defender. Looking for room at the 40. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Now the play fake. Under fire. And down he goes.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
And it's the Thunderbirds with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Dorsett. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. The Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Takes a handoff. It's Edwards. Finds a hole, and he'll pick up 6 out to the 8-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Catch in the middle. It's Butler. Push down for the tackle. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Here's a little room there. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. He wants to change this route. To the ground, he's got it again. Nice move to keep running. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. He's at the... He is it! Touchdown, Jayhawks!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points up with that 79-yard run to the end zone. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner is stopped. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Wants to bring it back. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Off play action on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Cox. Breaks the tackle. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. The run inside. It's Edwards. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the option. He keeps it. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Snowed under by the defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Calls his own number. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And it's the Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll knock him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got the back over the middle. They'll get it to the 48.
All right, we're going to go ahead and put the backups in. I think Kansas has this one in hand. 39-0 going into the fourth quarter here.
We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Running inside, it's Dupree. Runs through a tackle. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. On target. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. Looking for room. It's Dupree. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. It'll be 3rd and long. Keeps it himself. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Turning it on. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Right back to the well. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down. Looking left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick release on the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Play is stopped for a moment as they tend to an injured Kansas Jayhawk. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And it's the Thunderbirds will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Got his man, and they're able to get him down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Thunderbirds!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Jayhawks have this offense rolling. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. He breaks a tackle. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Jenkins. There he goes. They make the stop, man, to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
A great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So the Kansas Jayhawks use a strong first half to cruise to a 42-7 easy win over FCS Midwest, which is really Long Island University. I'm not sure why it's classified as FCS Midwest in this game, but Kansas wins 42-7. Taking a look at the team stats here, Kansas had the edge in first downs 24-14. Total offense 522 to 238. Rushing yards 424 for Kansas, only 88 for FCS Midwest. Passing yards, FCS Midwest actually had the edge 150 to 98. Third down conversion percentage, Kansas had the edge 57% to 30%. FCS Midwest had the only 2 turnovers of the game. They lost a fumble and threw an interception. And then the time of possession battle was won by Kansas by about 7.5 minutes. Looking at the player stats, Chase Jenkins for Kansas finishes 13 of 20 for 96 yards only. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. FCS Midwest, Myrick Jackson III finished 10 of 22 for 102 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS Midwest was actually Jeremiah Boss, 7 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. For Kansas, leading rusher was Yassine Willis, 13 carries, 166 yards, 1 touchdown. Dylan Edwards also had an incredible day on only 6 carries, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Justin Thurman added a rushing touchdown as well. Leading receiver for Kansas, we will go, I guess, with Yassine Willis, 2 catches for 32 yards, though Nick McMillan did have a touchdown. FCS Midwest was led by Tucker Masterson, 5 catches for 98 yards for him. Leading blocker for FCS Midwest was Tyreek Vincent with 5 pancakes. For Kansas, they were led by DeAndre Harper with 9 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Jayhawks, they were led in total tackles, led in total tackles by Corey Gordon with 9 tackles for loss. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 3. Sacks, it was a tie between David Santiago and Bam Crouch, each with 1.5. And then Corey Gordon had an interception. He's the only one for the Jayhawks that had an interception. So incredible day for him. And for FCS Midwest, no interceptions. Earl Grant and Alex Harbone each had half a sack to tie for the team lead. Earl Grant led the team in tackles for loss with 3, and Elbert Turner led the team in total tackles with 13. Kicking stats for FCS Midwest, Eric Franks missed his only field goal attempt. He did make his only extra point attempt, though. And for Kansas, Martin Connington made all 4 of his field goal attempts with a long of 53. He was also 4 of 4 on extra points. Punting for Kansas, Jamie Chapman had 3 punts for an average of 40.6 yards per punt. And FCS Midwest, Blake McEnroe had 5 punts for an average of 53.8 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Midwest, Shaquille Jenkins had 5 returns for an average of 15.4 yards per return. Sam McMoon had 2 returns for an average of 15 yards per return, and Jeremiah Boss had 1 return for 15 yards. For Kansas, Tyron Parker had 2 returns for an average of 17 yards per return, and Justin Thurman had 1 return for 15 yards. Punt returns for Kansas, Tyron Parker had 2 returns for an average of 12.5 yards per return, and Dylan Edwards had 1 return for 8 yards. For FCS Midwest, Jimmy Brent had 1 return for 1 yard. Scoring summary, in the first quarter, Kansas jumped out to a big lead. They got a 35-yard field goal from Martin Connington, an 80-yard touchdown run by Yassine Willis, an 18-yard touchdown pass from Chase Jenkins to Nick McMillan, and then a 1-yard touchdown run from Justin Thurman. It was 24-0 Jayhawks at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Martin Connington adds 2 more field goals, 1 from 22 and 1 from 23. Kansas led 30-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, Dylan Edwards gets a 79-yard touchdown run for Kansas. Kansas also picks up a safety, and they led 39-0 going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Martin Connington kicks his last field goal, a 53-yarder, and then FCS Midwest finally gets on the board with a 6-yard touchdown run from Jeremiah Boss. That gives you your final score of Kansas 42, FCS Midwest Long Island 7. Not entirely sure how Long Island is FCS Midwest, but whatever. Kansas gets the 35-point win. Headline from the game says home field advantage. The Kansas Jayhawks are now 1-0 after defeating FCS Midwest at David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium. The highlighted players here are Yassine Willis, had a great day, and Donnell Creighton for FCS Midwest. See, Kansas was a much better team by the ratings, and here is Kansas's schedule. Big game against Missouri, big rivalry game. It'll be at Kansas, so they'll hope to avenge the loss they had last year at Missouri. We'll see if they can get that done. Next game coming your way here in week 1, another Friday night game. That will be FCS Southeast at Georgia State. But until then, from Lawrence, Kansas, the Jayhawks get the big 42-7 win over FCS Midwest, and we will see you next time.